This is why Aero Rover and his free sword are perfect. Alright guys, first off, let's just look at the materials that you'll need. So most people probably already have this and the rover at level 90. If not, then you can just do the main story quest and some exploration to get these. As for these four, you can farm them in game, especially this right now because there's a double drop. The only thing that you can't pre-farm is the boss material, since it's from a new boss. That'll be coming out in the next version. Let's get to his kit real quick. Alright, so with his normal attacks, he has a 4-hit combo that does aero damage. His heavy attack consumes stamina and does aero damage. You can also use it to jump to stage 3 of his basic attack. If you just kill and the normal attack, they also have an enhanced heavy attack, but you have to hold the normal attack button after stage 3 of his basic attack, dodge counter or heavy attack, and this will do more damage. Mid-air attacks the main part of his kit, so to normally jump up and then plunge down, this does aero damage, but if you press the normal attack button after landing, then you can skip to stage 4 of his basic attack. So yeah, this is really good. And with max 40, if you press the normal attack button after landing, you'll use his enhanced 40 skill automatically. Dodge counter the normal, you dodge, attack, and then you do aero damage, and you also get 1040 stacks from this. Let's get his skill. So with his skill, there are two skills. It depends on whether you're in mid-air or on the ground when you press it. So if you're on the ground, then he jumps into the air, flashes the enemy and does aero damage. But if you jump and then press his skill button, then this removes all of the negative status that the enemy has and changes it to aero erosion. So what does aero erosion do? It's basically the same as spectre frazzle. Some attacks will apply aero erosion to the enemy, while the enemy has aero erosion on them. It does damage over time, and each time it does damage, one stack gets removed, and the damage from aero erosion depends on the amount of stacks. So the more stacks you have on the enemy, the more damage it does. And yep, this also means that Aero Rover can't be power creeped, so it doesn't matter what negative status applier they release, Rover will still be meta and converted to aero erosion. With his ultimate, which can be cast in mid-air, he does aero damage and heals the team. Let's get to his 40. So he can have up to 120 40 stacks. To fill his 40, you need to do this attack where he does 2 slashes, dealing aero damage, considered skill damage. This also heals your team and gives you 25 40 stacks. So there are 3 ways to do this attack. Normal attack after skill on the ground, normal attack after intro, normal attack after enhanced heavy attack. So yeah, that's pretty easy and you can probably get the 40 stacks pretty fast. You can also hold the normal attack button while in mid-air to do more attacks. His intro also gives you 20 40 stacks. Basic attack 3 or 4 and dodge counters give you another 10 40 stacks. And when you have max 40 stacks, his skill will light up and get replaced with an enhanced version. It does 2 strikes just like the normal 40 attack, dealing aero damage, considered skill damage again. And each of these strike will consume half of his 40, so 60 stacks. And by the end, it will consume everything you have. You can also swap off after the first strike. He'll do the second strike automatically. So you just swap off after the first hit. With his intro, he deals aero damage. His outro lasts for 30 seconds and increases the max aero erosion stacks by 3, and it cannot be stacked. So yeah, you basically need Rover for every single aero erosion team if you want to get 3 more stacks than the limit that's in the game. Get to the inherent skills. Inherent skill 1, casting intro, increases his attack by 20%. Inherent skill 2, increases the healing from his ultimate by 20%. So for his rotation, you first want to fill his 40 with intro, enhanced mid-air attacks, and normal attacks. And when his 40 is full, you want to use his enhanced 40 skill. This is because of his weapon. I'll show you guys in a bit. So yeah, he's a support and healer that actually does some damage. You want skill damage rolls on your echoes and weapon. And of course, Pro is needed for every single aero erosion team, but he can't apply aero erosion stacks on his own. So you will need somebody in the team who applies stacks on the enemies, and then he can convert them to aero erosion. They also released info about Aero Rover Signature Weapon, which you can get for free just by completing the new main story quest. And first off, can we just talk about how good it looks? It also glows in-game when he attacks, but yeah, they didn't have to go so hard on a free weapon. I mean, I love it, and yeah, shout out to the design team and dev team for working hard on this. Alright, so the weapon is called Blood Pact Pledge. Oh, and this weapon is the sacred treasure of the Cantarella family, so Cantarellas. This weapon is a testament to the unbreakable blood pact. One shall never betray, never surrender, and fight until the last drop of blood is shed. Yeah, okay, it sounds like this weapon is not free after all, and I wonder what Rover had to sacrifice to get it from Cantarella. And before I move on to the weapon stats, please promise me that you'll not freak out until you hear me out. Alright, so the weapon has a high base attack, a lot higher than Brand's weapon. And of course, guys, if the main stat is high, then they will have to lower the secondary stats. So yeah, 38% energy regen, but this also tells us that Rover doesn't need that much energy regen, which is good. Let's look at the weapon skill now. So we have 5 refinements. Again, this is a free weapon, so we're only looking at 5. I mean, you'll be getting all of the refinements for free. They wouldn't give out a free weapon and make you pay to get all of them. I'm guessing that you'll get the refinements from either exploration or from the main story quest. So yeah, we'll only be looking at rank 5. Providing healing increases skill damage by 26% for 6 seconds. Perfect, because Rover needs skill damage. Alright, second part. So far this first part is not locked to Rover. And in the second part, when Rover, Aero, I mean, come on guys, it's called a signature weapon for a reason. Aero Rover is the only one who can use this. Cast resonant skill on bound flow, which again is an enhanced 40 skill. So yeah, he needs max 40 stacks in order to do this attack. Arrow damage dealt by nearby resonators on the field is amplified by 26% for 30 seconds. Wait, guys. This is damage amp and not buff. There's a difference. And it's team wide too, and it lasts for 30 seconds. We usually only get damage amp from characters' outros. Nah, bro, they cooked, guys. They cooked. And you just need to fill up his 40 in order to access this and use the enhanced skill instead of filling up a 4-star Consero to use their outro, and that will also use up a team spot. While Rover can be played as a healer and also a buffer thanks to this. And the thing is, this also lasts longer than an outro. So an outro usually only lasts for like 14 seconds or until the character switched out. But this also gives you a bigger damage amp. I mean, if you look at supports like Verena, then it actually only gives 15% damage amp. So again, Rover is higher. So the best direct comparison that I would have here would be Alto and his outro. So as you can see, increases the incoming resonators. Only the next character you switch to has their arrow damage amplified by 23%. So less than Rover's signature weapon for 14 seconds or until the resonator switched out. Less damage amp, only lasts for 14 seconds. Rover's signature is like double this, and it's only locked to the next character that you switch to. So if you switch the next character, then yeah, it's over. This is gone. So yeah, Rover's signature just destroys this, guys. Like, that's how strong it is, man. I don't know why people are underestimating his weapon. I'll be honest with you guys. I would rather have a broken weapon that only works on a single character, it's also free, than an average free weapon that I'll never use or build. I mean, I can always get another Emerald of Genesis from the standard weapon banner. Like, it's guaranteed. So yeah, Kuro Games is just being too nice here. Oh, and if you look at the new stat, arrow damage plus 10%, 5-piece, inflicting arrow erosion on enemies increases arrow damage for all resonators in the team by 15%, and for a resonator triggering this effect by an additional 15%. I mean, with his skill here, can, because it says inflict here. And the thing is, guys, we don't even know his resonance chain yet. I mean, like, when it comes to Spectre Rover, his last one is just broken. It uses a target Spectre res by 10%. I mean, my S0 Jinhsi does 600k thanks to this. As for the weapon, anybody can equip this, and the first part can be used by everybody, but only the second part is locked to Rover, and you can use this as a statistic. I mean, 587 attack is pretty high, but you gotta think about it this way. They had no reason to do this and give out a 5-star sword for free. They could have just given out a 4-star weapon instead, or just give out nothing. It's free, you don't have to pay anything or do anything extra. I mean, you are probably going to do the main story quest anyways, and they're giving you this as an extra for free. Is it a bad thing? Nah, it's not. And I'm not complaining, and it's called a signature weapon for a reason. I mean, even the new limited 5-star swords are like locked to a specific 5-star. So yeah, I don't get the hate. And you don't have to max this weapon right away. I mean, it gets pretty expensive, and Aero Rover doesn't have his full team yet. I mean, Jian is the only 5-star Aero main DPS right now, and the fact that Aero Rover can change any negative status to Aero Erosion means that he is future proof, and the fact that Rover has healing in his kit means that they will definitely release a broken DPS to go along with him too. And trust me, Kuro actually cares about their main characters. I mean, look at Spectre Rover. Role came out on release, and they made his kit even stronger after release. And the best part about his sword is that it frees up the Emerald of Genesis. I've been playing this game since release, and the only 5-star sword that I have is the Emerald of Genesis, because that's how good this weapon is. Until I got Brand's weapon a few days ago, and I got this weapon for free too at Junior level 45 with the free box. Let me know what you guys think about the weapon and Aero Rover, and if this video helped you, then you can help me by liking and subscribing. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Thank you so much for watching.